This is a really, really important example of how a research idea is spawned, and it takes a long time to do that. But it also takes the partnerships of agencies, industry, in this case medicine and engineering, and a group of volunteered patients. We couldn't have done any of this without all of those people being involved.
Gil Devi was the program director for this project at the start of this project. And one of the key ideas at NSF is to fund what we now define as potentially transformative research. So to have the wisdom to take those risks, to identify those kinds of projects in a responsible way, that's how he taught me what the duties of the program directors are.
Gil and I came into the foundation in 1972 together in a program called Research Applied to National Needs. And that's what the program was designed by Congress to do. Discovery is really powerful. We need discovery, but the foundation, you must do something with that discovery to benefit people.
When we would go out for site visits, it was always very interesting to go out and visit Mark because he had, again, a very compelling technology that you could listen to. And we would often get to see actual patient results. Not that we fund the clinical trials or anything, but they had a good relationship with Second Sight, and they were doing these clinical trials, and some of that data would come back into the center, and they would be able to use that to augment their research work. And so we would actually get to meet some of these patients occasionally and see them be able to perform, and that was very interesting and very compelling to hear their stories.
Leon and Barb and I went to the FDA hearings, and we sat there all day, and it was an impressive experience. The really important part of it was to see the patients who were there, the people who had volunteered their lives to experiment with this technology, and the different ways that it had helped them. One of the guys was a British grandfather. And he said, well, you know how it is to be a grandfather, and the kids are coming and jumping all over you. And he said, I could never tell when they were coming at me. So I told them, put on little white T-shirts, because you see they can discern color. They can, not color, but they can discern black and white. They can discern black and white. So the kids all put on the white T-shirts, and he said I could see them coming at me, and I'd know when to get a hold of them, and I'd know when to put them on my lap. You know, that was over a film. That was really beautiful.
One of the most interesting things to think about for the future is I see a distinct possibility where there's technology being developed now where they could put the things in the eye which will make you sensitive to infrared radiation. This is light that's not in the optical regime, but it's in the infrared where you can see at night. So this will be possible not just for blind people, but for everybody to be able to see at night. And this has many, many exciting possibilities.
So all of us have this passion to use knowledge to advance technology to help people.